So strings are either a single character or a collection of a character in the case of Python. But in other programming languages, could be characters, could be other data types, while strings are other data types. But here, both are considered to be the same data types. So, uh, for example, in this exercise, it says there's a message which is hello Python, and you can go ahead and print it. So you can either use single quotation or double quotation, which is both the same thing. It doesn't really matter. So the important thing that you need to keep in mind is never forget the quotation when you're defining a string data type. So string data types does have a couple of important things that come along and that you need to understand. The first thing is formatting a string. Um, so formatting a string is, for example, if you have, let's say, a number that's age equals to pov and maybe name equals to John. So now John is um, a string data type. So if you would like to print this as we've been doing, what you can do is my um, my name is, you do a comma and then you write the variable, uh, and I am uh, age years old. But using string formatting, what we can do is we can make it much easier. If we go ahead and run this, maybe let's comment the previous lines of codes, as we're not looking for them to print every time we code. It prints out, my name is John and I'm 12 years old. So because these are the variables, not literal printing. What you can do this is use string formatting. So for string formatting, you start with F and double quotation. So whatever you want to write, you just write it down whenever you want it to be literally printed. But if you want something to call out a variable that holds a value, then you do a curly bracket and you write inside of it, and you just keep on writing. And I am, then we have a variable which is age, and then lastly years old. So both are the same things, except the next one is much more simpler to write. The other one is concatenation. So concatenation is a way that you can connect two strings. For example, my first name is Lidetu, and my last name is Kuma. So you can uh, print out uh, my, maybe we can also do a full name variable, which is a combination of first name plus um, last name. So print my name is full name. So we didn't put a quotation under, it should be comma. Okay, So my name is Tukuma, but we don't really have a space. So a space is also a string character. So we do a double quotation and empty inside of it, nothing, just a space. And then that also adds up to existing string. So concatenation is adding up two strings. You can also add up while you're creating name. Instead of doing this, you can be able to just say name equals to maybe letter 2 plus space plus. This is also something possible. The other thing is slicing a string. So when slicing a string, you need to be aware of place of the each strings. For example, if I create um, uh, let's say company equals to INFNOVA. So now we just created a string, and in this string, i's index is going to be 0 for n1, and it's going to follow until the end of it. So a is going to be 6 while I is 0. So in this case, if I say um, company um, company, and if I go ahead and say 0, then I am referring to I. It's going to print out I if I print it or save it. I can also refer to a couple of them. For example, I can say 0 to uh, 0 to 3. Then what it means is it starts off with 0, 1, 2, and 3. That's going to be inf n. You can write this in an equivalent format, which could be written as company 3. I'm not specifying the starting point, but only the ending point. What it means is it starts from this end towards beginning. The reverse is also true. I can do company start with 3 and nothing specified towards the end, which is it goes all the way to the last value. You can start indexing from the end, which is going to be for A, it's -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7. It's all the same thing, except it starts with -1. This starts with 0 if you go forward. So if I say company, and if I give it -1, I'm counting in this direction, so towards the left. So -1, -3 means it's going to be over. Right, let's go ahead and code this to practice, because practice makes perfect, isn't it? It's the best way that you can learn programming is by doing it. So when slicing a string, we said company equals to INFNOVA. So let's go ahead and print out company 0. So that's going to be I. Um, company 0, maybe 0 to 4, and that's going to be INFN 0, 1, 2, 3. Oh, it doesn't include the last one. I haven't mentioned about this. It doesn't include the last one. So for the previous descriptions, make sure that you understand it like that. So for example, for this one, 0 to 3, I said. So I and F doesn't include the last N. So I'm going to wrap out this one. Let's go ahead and check this. Mm, print company. Um, if we do slicing from the end, let's say 5, then it's going to include everything until 5, but not 5. So 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can do the same for the negative ones. So minus 3. If I do minus 3, it's going to print out only -1, -2, and -3. But if I include -1, so it's not printing out the first one. So if you'd like to print out the first one, then you can be able to do this. So it doesn't include the last number, which is towards the right. This is string slicing. There are a couple of methods regarding strings that could be very helpful. So if you like to make all your text uppercase, lowercase, for example, let's create a name and John, yeah, John Daniel. So I can go ahead and print name dot upper, which is going to make everything to be um, capital letter. You can also do the reverse by doing lower, which is going to make everything small letter. But for the one that I wrote, it was actually like this. It was J and D were capital. You can also, let's say, if you had a couple of space before starting or after starting, and this is a bit disturbing, and it can automatically uh, strip it for you. So you see that we had a space in front and also at the end, but when we do a strip, then it trims out all the spaces before and after. We haven't discussed about string list data types, but you can just to keep this in mind, names, let's add s to it so that it's not the same with the previous variable. So it's names, and what we can do is name dot split. Now, if we try and print the type of names, it's been changed into a different data type, which is a list. And if you see names, it's now stored in a different way. Don't worry about this because this is going to be the next section that we're going to discuss. So these are some important methods that you need to be aware. Also replacing. You can be able, for example, maybe this is instead of John, it's Susan. So to replace this, what we can do is um, we can do name dot replace and the first value is John, w- the thing that we want to change, and the new value is going to be Suzanne. So after running this, it's going to change to Susan Daniel. Okay, this is a challenge for you. Take your 1 minute to complete this exercise, and then we'll do it together. Okay, let's do it together. So the first question is create two string variables, first name and last name. Assign them your name and concatenate them, which is necessarily what I've done, right? It's nothing difficult, I believe. Given a sentence, Python is awesome. Use replace to change Python to INFNOVA. So we're creating two variables, first name um, is equals to Lidetu, and last name equals to Uma. Assign them your name and concatenate them. So I say name and then first name plus second last name. So you can check it out by printing it. So it's Lidatukuma. So the next question is given a sentence, Python is awesome. So this is the sentence. Sentence. Just let's do sent. Python is awesome. What we're expected to do is for sent equals to whatever sent was previously, replace Python with INFNOVA. So let's print before replacing sent and then later after replacing. So we can also here practice our string formatting. So after replacing under double curly's bracket, we give the variable. So before replacing it was Python is awesome, and later it's INFNOVA is awesome. Yeah, INFNOVA Technologies is awesome. Okay, so skip characters. These are also something very important. We're going to see the three of the skip characters. So skip characters are important. Let's say you wanted to print out something, uh, hello, I am, let's just make it simple. I'm leader two. And I would like to write more next. And I uh, am teaching Python. But for the next, this line of code, I would like it to appear in the next line instead of just continuing here. So what I can do is skip character n. So this is a backward slash and then n. Then what's going to happen is going to be, it's going to start on a new line. So if I do a space here, then it's always going to apply the space on the new line. And also you can add up a space like slash tab, which is going to be four spaces. Hello, I'm Bleda2. I'm teaching. We have four space. For whatever reason that you're looking for to have a space, then you can always use slash tab. And also something important could be, for example, quotation, using quotation inside of the quotation. So, uh, wise man once said, and we want to do double quotation, work hard, or I don't know, a wise man. It's work smart. So now you see this is going to cause an error. What you need to do is for it to consider the quotation, then you do a skip character before the quotations. Then a wise man once said, work smart. And it's going to be all good. Okay, the best part of the lecture is doing exercise. So go ahead and try these exercises, and then we're going to do it together. All right, see you then.